That we're streaming on YouTube, right? Or under the UC page.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go. There we go.
Following an 11-2 win versus the Roselle Park Panthers, the Union Catholic Vikings kick off their home season against the Union Farmers. I'm Nicholas Dahl alongside Zachary Rosenberg. Zach, how are we doing on this lovely home opening day?
We're doing great. Looking for a big win with Conlon on the mount. Let's
Yeah.
get it going.
And you look at stats from Ryan Conlon last year, 25.2 innings pitched with a 1.64 ERA, 27 strikeouts, 21 walks, but only 6 earned runs. Conlon was so dominant last year, and here he goes. To kick off opening day, Conlon with the first pitch
Got away
goes
from it.
low from a ball. Digging in first for Union, Zach Mott.
Swing and a miss.
Miss for Zach. Ryan Conlon looking to get a control of his command early. Third pitch at bat. Just high up there. Ball 2. Another pitch high. 3-1 count to start the season for Ryan Conlon and his Union Catholic Vikings. That's a ground ball over to the third baseman. Gets the put out at first base. 1 away.
That's your first out of the season for the Vikings. Let's get it at home.
Kicking in next for Union, the pitcher, Johnny Velez. Ryan Conlon throwing a ball on the first pitch. 5th pitch of the day for Conlon. In comes 6 right here. Another ball high, and that's a 2-0 count for Velez with 1 away. Another pitch high from Conlon. That's 3 straight balls. Union early in this season, 0-2. And that's a 4.
Thought that was ball 4. Lost track of the count. Now we walked.
There was a walk. Might have been 5 pitches.
Conlon's struggling with his command here. He's just got to settle in. He'll be fine.
Pickoff play, and he's going to be safe at first base. Early check on the runner.
Oh.
Look, that's going to be a base hit into left field, giving 2 runners on, first and second for the Farmers.
Conlon's just got to settle down here. First start of the season. Little nerves.
2 runners on for Union, 1 out. And that's going to be a double play ball to end the inning for the Vikings. Going with the great double play, 6-4-3, and that will retire the side. Top half of the inning done. Union Catholic gets out scoreless.
Welcome back. We got the bottom of the first coming up. Leading off is Sharp for the Vikings. Josiah Sharp. Pitching for Union is Johnny Velez. Here's the starting lineup for your UC Vikings. We got Sharp leading up, and then Greg Viloria up next, and Chris Wilson after him. Michael Pellegrino batting fourth. Braden Morrison batting fifth. First pitch in their first strike. Nick Anderson, Brian McCabe, Luigi Saka, and then batting ninth is Anishak. EJ. Ball one inside, 1-1.
And Josiah only had a shortened season last year, only 27 at-bats, but he looked so good in those 27 at-bats. He's looking to lead off the Viking season, right?
And that is going to go down for ball two. We're close. 2-1. The pitch, and it hits ball three low. Look very close to me. They're gonna call the ball. 3-1. 3-1. Looking to get the leadoff batter on for the Vikings. Here's the pitch, and he smashes that into left field. That's gonna fall for a leadoff base hit, and the Vikings have the first runner on. Greg Viloria stepping up to the plate after a leadoff single by Sharp.
Yep, man at first.
Viloria, the short stop.
Because I can use the other Mevo. This is great. You can use the other Mevo to show him a lead off first base. It's great when someone's on base.
Viloria, the pitch, and he takes ball one down low. Runner holding at first. Sharp.
And Josiah really fast on the bases. You can see it,
And
yeah.
checking him at first.
And there's a pickoff.
He's in there safe. Union's got to be careful with him, 'cause he has speed.
Can't blame Union for going for the pickoff right there.
Not at all. 1-0 to Viloria. He's showing bunt, and he is going to lay it down. It's a beautiful bunt. The throw to first is in time. He's out, but
The runner.
Sharp advances to second, so the Vikings have a runner in scoring position now for Wilson.
Chris Wilson on paper, the most dominant player for the Vikings last season. His stats are to show for it.
Going to come through here, give the Vikings the early lead here at home in the home opener versus Union. Runner on second, one out. And time called by the ump. I don't know what that was. Maybe called by the catcher.
Looks like a mound visit. And Chris Wilson, you see, 365 average last year, 635 slugging in 74 at-bats. And great speed out in center field, covering a lot of the plate.
Sharp has speed at second, so a base run should score him. A base hit should score him, with him in scoring position at second base. Here's the pitch, and he pops that one foul, hitting off the backstop. 0-1.
And Josiah was running on that pitch there. Can't see it on the cameras, but he ran all the way to the visiting dugout right there. As we mentioned, the speed on the base Could see a steal, could see a bunt. A lot of ways the Vikings could play this year.
Runner in second. One out. 0-1 to Wilson. Bottom of the first. And he'll step off, take a look at Sharp. Here's the pitch, and he lines that into center field. That's a base hit. Going around third is Sharp. He's going to score without a throw, and the Vikings have an early 1-0 lead here in the home opener.
Bobbled in the outfield there by Union. You can't do that when Josiah Sharp is on the base path, and you'll see him score all the way from second on a really bloop single out into center.
Here's Michael Pellegrino stepping up to the plate with the runner on first, looking to keep it going for the Vikings. Velez is throwing strikes for Union. The issue is that the Vikings are hitting them. Pellegrino, first pitch is going to be in there for a strike 0-1.
Looked like Union was trying to see a steal there, but you saw Chris Wilson jumping around on the base path, drawing Union. No throw, though, and that's 1-0.
And the throw down to first, and he's safe.
Another flip back there.
He's going to be safe. So Union concerned about the base runners for the Vikings early on in this game, is what I'm noticing. Stepping
Going to
off.
be time called.
Pellegrino, here's the pitch, and that's down low. Ball one, running for second, and he is safe.
It's a great jump right there from Chris Wilson.
Steals the base, no problem.
That's what happens when you throw a slow all-speed pitch like that from Union. Chris Wilson is so fast on the base path right there, and you saw that doesn't help for Union at all. But it helps for the Vikings. There's a runner on scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
Pellegrino looking to bring him home. Here's the pitch, and that's down low. Ball 3, and he's going for third. He is safe. Vikings have a runner on third with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Aggressive base running by the Vikings early on, and it's paying off so far. So now Pellegrino looking to bring him home, keeping it going for the Vikes.
Mikey Pellegrino in 65 at-bats, bat 354 there. You can see him take one here.
Ball 2 up high, 2-1.
462 slugging percentage for Mikey in 65 at-bats. He could really get a hold of one, especially with the interesting dimensions here at this Union Catholic field. You never know what could happen when you have a player like Pellegrino up at the plate.
Here's the pitch, and swing and a miss. I believe that's strike 2. Oh, guess strike 1.
I don't think the scoreboard here at UC doesn't look like it's working.
I think it's 3-1. We'll go with that. Runner on third with 1 out, and Pellegrino calls time. Here's the pitch. And in there, strike 3 called.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess we had the count wrong. So that's the second out, a big one for Union with the runner on third. And 2 down, and now is Morrison, the catcher, stepping up for Union. For Union Catholic. And avoid wasting the runner at third with only 1 out. Here's the pitch, and he pops that one
Fouled
foul.
one back. And Braden Morrison had a really strong freshman campaign last year. You saw a lot out of him. in 67 at-bats, 284 average, 373 slugging percentage on 19 hits. He was one of the best freshmen in the state last year and looks to follow this one up with a strong season here in his sophomore year.
Got a big at bat here. 0-1 the pitch, and he's going to fly that one into right field, but it'll go out of play. Foul ball. And it's quickly 0-2 on Morrison. Big pitch. And it's down low 1-2.
Union can't afford to let their pitcher rack up a high pitch count early in this game. Have to make it look like they're going to have to go to the bullpen early. Union Catholic already on their 5th batter so far. And Braden Morrison looking to continue the streak for the Vikings. Get on base, score the run.
1-2.
For
Here's
third.
the pitch, and he grounds that one foul. So a good at bat here to stay alive. One, two. Velez looking for a big out here to get out of this, only allowing one. They had a runner at third with only one out. Here's the pitch. And he flies that into center field. That's a base hit. The Vikings take a 2-0 lead. Morrison comes through with 2 outs and the runner on third. And the Vikings strike for 2 in the first.
That's a great hit from Braden Morrison there. Union Catholic has been hitting it straight, these bloop singles into center field that Union can't get a hold of. As this game goes on, if Union Catholic keeps this going, be advised for number 7 to start playing a little more in here. Union Catholic timing it up super well, dropping singles right into no man's land. And Union Catholic with an early 2-0 lead, scoring the base runner from third.
And that's just a great at bat there. He went down 0-2 early, stuck with it, and got the hit.
Scoring Mikey Pellegrino from
So here's Anderson, second baseman from UC. The flick to first is going to not be there. Runner on first with 2 down. The pitch, it's down low, and Morrison is going to steal second. He's in there. So another running and scoring position for the Vikings.
Really close play there. Looked like Union had a chance to get it for a second, but a great play of base running right there. And you see a mound visit here from Union. Braden Morrison's just sneaking underneath the tag. That puts another runner in scoring position for the Vikings.
Anderson trying to come through again for the Vikings. They've had a series of clutch hits here in the bottom of the first. Looking to get another one, and he pops that one into left field underneath. Makes the catch, side retired, but the Vikings strike for 2 in the bottom of the first of the home opener.
Back here for the top of the second inning. Union digging in.
First pitch, ball one inside.
Starting lineup for Union. Zach Mott, Johnny Velez, Jeffrey Field already up and down for Union. Nick Bertolli digging in, the first
Ball
baseman
two in the dirt there.
for Union, alongside Ethan Beaumont, Evan Fernandez, Jaden Walden, Jorge Martinez, and Nick Goncalves for the Farmers.
Conlon with two wild pitches there to start this inning. But he has a lead now to work with. Here's the pitch, and he flies that one into right field underneath. And it falls. That's going to be a fair ball. Racing around first. He's going to stay there. But a bloop single and an unlucky play as it just landed in no man's land there for the Vikings. So it's a leadoff single now for Union.
And that's a play that you don't want to happen for the Vikings. But in clouds like this, you're going to lose a white baseball all the time. Pick off.
Pick off to first. He's going to get back safely. Here's the pitch. And in there for a strike. A nice pitch there by Conlon.
Beautiful curveball there from Ryan Conlon. Command like that is what wins baseball games, and Conlon already looking strong, proving his 1.7 ERA last year was very good, very consistent for a reason.
Pitch and a swing and a miss, 0-2.
That same pitch again, just a little more outside to the left of Braden Morrison. A play like that, a pitch like that, gets batters chasing all the time.
Pick off to first once again, not in time.
Conlon looking to check on the speedy Union base runner at first base, wanting to prevent anything from happening.
Conlon looking for his first strikeout of the game. Runner on first, nobody out. Here's the pitch, and it gets away, and he's going to steal second easily. So Union looking to strike back. They have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Conlon's just got to stay with it. Don't worry about him at second. Looking for his first strikeout of the game. 1-2, the pitch. And that gets away again. He's going to take third easily. So Union manufactures a runner at third. And just like that, they have a chance to get one back.
And two strong command pitches from Ryan Conlon. Blessed 2 pitches in the dirt and 2 bags taken from Union. Runner on third, no outs, top of the second.
2-2, here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss struck him out. A big out there by Ryan Conlon. And there's one down. So the runner on third. Now we got Walton at the plate in their first strike, 0-1. The second baseman Martinez up next for Union.
That runner still on third could prove dangerous for Union and for Union Catholic too, to keep that runner from not scoring.
Here's
It's
the
gonna
pitch,
take a lot.
0-1. And that's down low for a ball. It's 1-1. The pitch. And that's in there for a strike. 1-2.
Just commanding the outside of the zone there from Ryan Conlon. Pitches like that win baseball games, and when you paint the outside of the zone like that, paint the inside of the zone like that, excuse me, cause a lot to happen as Ryan Conlon steps off here.
1-2, the pitch from Conlon. And it's down low, 2-2. Looking for a big second out here after the runner on third with nobody out. Gets a strikeout. Looking for another big one. Here's the pitch. And he grounds that one foul. Two, big pitch from Conlon. And got him looking, strike 3. 2 down.
Great pitch from Ryan Conlon there, commanding that outside corner of the zone. You see some great command from Ryan Conlon early, and the Vikings are 1 out away from getting them out of this jam.
Big at bat here. Conlon looking to get out of a huge jam. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
And you saw some balls in the dirt early with Ryan Conlon up here. But as this inning has progressed, he's only gotten stronger, causing swing and misses consistently. Painting the outside of the zone very well.
A pitch was outside, 1-1. Here's the pitch, and that's down low, 2-1.
That curveball just went a little bit low there for Conlon. But so close to painting that outside of the zone, just like he has been all inning.
2-1, here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2.
And some great framework from Braden Morrison behind the plate there. You saw just some consistent framework drawing the strikes from the umpire. On pitches that can be close, he makes some strikes.
And that's down low, 3-2.
Nothing he could have done about that one, though.
This is a big pitch coming up. Conlon had the runner on third with nobody out. Now he's looking to get out of the jam with no damage done. Full count for Martinez. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. Side retired. The throw to first. In time. Side retired. Conlon gets out of a huge jam. Vikings keep their 2-0 lead.
Harrison, ready for your call? I've got him a job. More than likely. An arena football team. Just watch how loud you are when you're asking questions out here, because this mic picks up everything. I can't do it. No, I get it. I get it. I get it. Just tap me and I'll help you out. Don't worry about it. I got you. Top of the volume. Oh, it's good. I use it whenever the run goes on first. You ready to come back? 3, 2.
Welcome back. McCabe leading us off as the Vikings look to get some more here in the bottom of the second.
Brian McCabe batted .250 last year and a .292 slugging percentage in 24 at-bats, 7 hits.
Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be inside, 1-1.
1-1.
Up high, 2-1. Two on. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. 2-2. Good pitch there by Velez. He's trying to settle in after a rocky first.
Yeah, and in baseball, you just got to have a short memory, have a memory of a goldfish, 10-second memory. As McCabe steps out of the box here, Valdez looking a lot stronger to start this second inning. Let's see what he does on it. Brian McCabe, though, right at the plate.
Pitch down low, full count. Good at bat here by McCabe. Gonna get on to lead us off.
And if you're Velez, you can't afford to let command go out of hand here, especially in a 3-2 count like this. You're going to want to stop the Vikings from getting any sort of momentum, any sort of streak as we continue in the second inning.
If you ever lose track of what's happening.
3-2, here's the pitch. And it's down low, ball 4. Great at bat by McCabe. And the Vikings have the leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the second. McCabe stole 2 bases the other day versus let's keep an eye on him. Here's the pitch. And he lines it up the middle. That's a base hit. McCabe gonna stop at second. First and second with nobody out for the Vikings as they look to strike for more.
Yet another hit into that center field gap, short center field for Union Catholic. That's their sweet spot today. They're looking really good early.
Oh, it's Saka. Onishak up now. Looking to get on. And a good pitch there, 0-1. Looking to get on for the top of the order. There's nobody out, runners on first and second. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. And that's down low, ball 1. 1-1. Here's the pitch. And he smashes one into right field.
Where the heck is it?
And he's going to make the catch. And everyone's going to stay put.
Yeah, that was a deep fly ball out to left field. But Union Catholic, 2 runners on, not looking to test the left field arm from Union. Also not looking to set up a double play. But the order flips to the top of the order, and Josiah Sharp now up.
Sharp, who's 1 for 1 today. Gonna keep it going. Get some more insurance runs here in the second inning. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 3, stealing, and both runners are safe.
Double steal working to perfection right there for the Vikings. Second and third for the number 1 hitter in your order with only 1 out. What a situation for Union Catholic as the lineup flips to the top half.
Runners on second and third, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And Sharp
Fouls it behind the
Fouls it off.
backstop.
Oh, 1. Here's the pitch to Sharp. And he grounds one to the shortstop who bobbles it. And the runner scores. What's the call at first base? He's called out, but the Vikings get the runner home. It's 3-0. McCabe scores on the fielder's choice.
Runner advances to third, 2 for Union Catholic with 2 outs.
3-0. It's a close play at first base as the shortstop bobbled it there. Here's the pitch. And then first strike. Runner on third with 2 outs. The Vikings looking to get some more here in the bottom of the second. They lead 3-0. Greg Valoria up. That's down low, ball 1.
And if you're Velez, you know this scenario is the last thing you want. But you got to have a short, like I said earlier, you got to have a short-term memory, especially in a sport like this. You know, can't let the last pitch affect the next pitch.
Exactly. Here's the pitch. And that's outside too. Oh, they called a strike.
Interesting. Looked like it was very close. I'll say a great frame job on the uni catcher there.
I believe it's 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he fouls that one off to stay alive.
No.
1-2, the pitch. And he grounds that. A nice play by the first baseman who's going to step on first side, retired. But the Vikings get another one. It's 3-0 after 2. Conlon back out there for the third inning. He has a 3-0 lead. Here's the pitch, down low, ball 1.
Conlon still working on a strong start here so far.
Gonka up.
Number 9 hitter.
Goncalves.
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 The number 9 hitter.
And swing and a miss, 1-1. Number 9 hitter, so the
Goncalves chasing in the dirt there on a pitch that looked like it was a little lost command from Conlon, especially a pitch in the dirt like that, but got Goncalves to chase.
Conlon looking good so far.
Strong outing through
1-1.
2 innings.
Here's the pitch, down low, ball 2. So Conlon's looking good, but his command is a little off, it seems.
It's shaky in a way. You can see a lot of things out of Conlon from pitches that showing bunt, gets it down,
It's gonna
goes
go
foul. You can see pitches that will paint the outside of the zone perfectly from Conlon, and some pitches that will spike the green part of the dirt. It's a little inconsistent, but that's what you expect from your first start of the season. It happens. And a pitcher like Conlon with a 1.6 ERA can get control of himself early.
Pitch, and got him looking, strike 3. Great pitch by Conlon, and that's his second strikeout of the game, I believe. Maybe his third. So top of the order, it's Zach Mott now for Union. Gonna get something going. His team trails 3-0. Pitch and a swing and a miss. What a pitch. And Morrison is down and injured.
We're going to take a short break real quick while Morrison gets checked out.
Oh, 1, here's the pitch. And that's fouled off. 0-2.
What?
0-2. Conlon looking for a second strikeout of the inning. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. 2 down. Conlon dealing so far.
What an outing from Ryan Collins so far. You see here 2 straight strikeouts along with the one in the last inning. He's looking dominant to start this game.
Here's the pitch, and he smashes one into right field. That one is back, and it's caught.
It's a great
Side retired.
It's a great play out in left field there by Josiah Sharp to end the inning.
Welcome back. Bottom of the third. Vikings lead 3-0. Chris Wilson leading us off. So the Vikings look to get some more. Conlon, who's dealing right now. Vikings looking to get him the win and hold this lead. Make it more comfortable. Here's the pitch, and that is high, ball 1. Missed on the curveball there.
Yeah, barring that curve, that ball, at least from our perspective, looked like it was heading straight to the helmet of Chris Wilson. But thankfully, For the sake of both teams, the ball curved at the last second. And for Union's sake, instead of having a runner on base, it's a 1-0 count.
1-0, here's the pitch. And he lines that into left field, and it's going to go foul. Right field, it's going to go foul. 1-1 count to Wilson. He's 1 for 1 today. The pitch from Velez. In there for a strike. A beautiful pitch there. 1-2.
And that's some of the great command we've seen early from Velez. You know, you can't really tell by the numbers, but Velez has really had some strong command. You can see his max potential on some of these pitches here.
Pitch, and he lines that into right field, and that's going to fall for it'll go
foul
foul.
ball.
Foul ball. Looks close from up here. That scoreboard is definitely not accurate there.
Huh?
1-2.
Yeah, the scoreboard in the outfield mentioned, you know, a little inconsistent, but we got it right here just for you guys.
1-2. The pitch to Wilson. Velez looking for a big out. And stepping off is Velez. Here's the pitch. And he lines that into left field. That's a base hit. And Wilson is 2 for 2. A leadoff single for UC.
That one right there went right into no man's land, just as it's been all day for Union Catholic. It's got to be really frustrating for Union to see all these really, dare I say, a little weak, soft fly balls go into no man's land. But for Union Catholic, that's all you want right there. And leads to an early runner on with Mikey Pellegrino up at the plate.
Pellegrino looking to bring him home. The check at first, and he's going to get back safely. Here's the pitch to Pellegrino, and he flies that one foul.
And I don't blame Union for checking on first base early, especially with a guy like Chris Wilson up at the box. Up at first base. Excuse me. He is so speedy on the base path. And when you have a guy like Mikey Pellegrino up there who can hit a really deep fly ball out into left field, right field, into another pickoff, into places like that, that could send Chris Wilson scoring maybe from first base there, dare I say.
Yeah, and the Vikings have been aggressive today on the bases. So definitely want to be careful if you're Union. Here's the pitch.
And there he goes.
He fouls that
Foul.
one off.
He's got to rush back. And that's going to go foul.
Goes out of play. One, two.
1-2 count
Thanks.
for Mikey Pellegrino.
I think. 1-2. How's that one off?
Well, one thing's for sure. We know there's been more than 2 foul balls.
It's
So
definitely,
we know
there's
it's 2
definitely
strikes.
The balls, we're not too sure about.
You know, when we're trying to get to fact check with the scoreboard in the outfield here at 1600 Martine and the connection a little far off, it happens. One thing's for sure is Mikey Pellegrino's in the box looking to move up Chris Wilson and get on base for himself.
Just going to step out there. I think it's 0-2, actually.
Per chance.
I believe it's 0-2. Pitch, and he fouls another one off. Pellegrino will not go away easy here.
Well, for having no balls, so we think. It's a great at bat for Mikey so far.
Mute your mic. And a pitcher's
Mound
meeting
visit.
here. You good?
And a mound visit there for the Farmers. Looking to get in check after all these foul balls.
I believe it's 0-2 here again. Here's the pitch. And that's high. 1-2. Running, and he is safe. Wilson.
Digging in there, getting right underneath the tag. Chris Wilson, as I mentioned before, speedy base runner. And Mikey Pellegrino with the first ball of the at-bat. And Chris Wilson here in scoring position with no outs.
Pellegrino looking to bring him home. The Vikings already lead 3-0. Conlon pitching great so far. Here's the pitch. And that almost got him. It's inside. It's 2-2.
As if the last pitch on the first at-bat wasn't scary enough, that one looked very scary from the perspective of all of us here. And it's 2-2. Chris Wilson in scoring position. Mikey wants to bring him home.
Here's the pitch. And he pops one up, and it will once again be a foul ball. Who would have guessed?
Mikey Pellegrino, though, working a good at-bat here. I want to say 10 pitches. But that could have been a flyout had this netting up here not been in. You see a lot of the foul balls going up there.
It's a good point. I never really thought about that.
You never know how many outs that could prevent.
And Pellegrino going to call time there.
Still working a very good at-bat here, though.
Here's the pitch. And he lines it. And it's going to be through for a base hit. Wilson waved around first, third. He's going to score 4-0 Vikings.
Chris Wilson brought home second time of this game. The Vikings up 4-0. Mikey Pellegrino does exactly what he wants. A bobbled play from the shortstop for Union right there leads to a Vikings run. Great celebration from the Vikings dugout there.
Love that.
That was exciting.
And what an at-bat there by Pellegrino. He went down 0-2, got it back to 2-2, and then he comes through with the base hit. And the Vikings, it's all Vikings. It's 4-0 here in the third. Now it's Morrison, the pitch. And their first strike, 0-1. Velez trying to get settled here.
You got to look at Pellegrino here on the base path. You know, after working a great at-bat like that, he deserves to sit and, you know, relax a little bit on the base path. Or, you know, you never know. You could always see a steal.
0-1 to Morrison. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Braden Morrison, as you see again, last year with that 284 average. Looking to bring him home. Or advance the runner, you know. So many different options you can play with no outs still.
0-2, the pitch. And he grounds one up the middle. A possible double play, but it gets away again. Everyone's safe. First and second with nobody out. Another error by this Union defense. And they are not helping out their pitcher, Velez.
And that's very frustrating for the leadoff hitter for Union, Zach Mott. That's his second bobble in a row. A double play there. A double play opportunity blown right away and fell into the hands of the center fielder. Leads to 2 runners on and still no outs for the Union Farmers.
Now it's Anderson who's really looking to blow this game open. It's already 4-0. And now there's first and second with nobody out. And really a chance to blow this open. Here's Anderson.
See the 2 runners on there as Nick Anderson digs in.
The Vikings are taking advantage so far of these mistakes by Union. Showing bunt. He's going to lay it down, but it's going to go foul. But he caught everyone by surprise there.
With 0 outs, I mean, can't blame Nick Anderson.
No, not at all.
Very speedy, you see. Nick Anderson's the guy that could beat out a throw on a bunt like that, as well as advance base runners and leave bases loaded. You know, you saw Mikey Pellegrino had a big lead off second there. And a lot could happen here when you have 2 outs. Or, I mean, 0 outs. When you have no outs, so much could happen. And for Velez, you know, you got to be frustrated with the way this outing has been going here early.
0-1, here's the pitch. And he pops one up into right field. A long run for the right fielder who's going to make the catch. Tagging at third, but he's going to
Not tag.
not tag.
Made the throw to check him. But that's going to be 1 out for the Union Farmers here.
Now it's McCabe now, first and second. 1 out. Pellegrino at second. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Running is Pellegrino, and
That's
it gets
good for
away
one.
again. Pellegrino's going to score. 5-0 Vikings. Another mistake by the Union defense.
And it's easy to look at the run there. But another thing that could go unnoticed, Nick Anderson advancing from first to third. That is some great heads-up base running there by Nick Anderson. And with 1 out, a runner on third base for the sophomore Brian McCabe, a lot he could do here.
Calling time. And another error by the Union defense. They're Union Catholic's capitalizing, though. That's all they need to do. 0-1. They're going to get some more. Here's the pitch. And he grounds that one foul. So it's 0-2 now. Vela's looking for a big out here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Big out there by Velez. 2 down.
So I gotta go.
For like
Now it's Sara who lines one into left field. And that is all the way back towards the wall. A run's going to score. Staying at second is Saka. And it's 6-0 Vikings.
And that's the first hit of the career for Luigi Sacca. And what else would you want from him? A double that was very deep into the outfield, brought home the runner. A perfect first hit for Luigi Sacca.
And it is all Vikings here. It's 6-0. With 2 outs, runner on second. So now it's
EJ Onishak.
looking to bring home another run and get the top of the order up. Here's the pitch, and that's outside 1-0. That ball was smoked by Saka.
Unfortunately, we don't have any next-gen stats because I'd love to see the exit velocity on a hit like that, you know. That ball just kept on carrying and carrying out into left field. A great hit by Luigi Sacca in his first home game as a Viking.
Pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. The pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike. What a pitch. and calling time. It's a beautiful day out. It's about 70 degrees.
Well,
Yeah.
you'd never be able to tell with the clouds outside, but
Very
it's a very
nice.
hot and humid day here at 1600 Martine Ave.
1-2, the pitch, and that gets away. Salka's going to be safe at third. Runner at third with 2 outs for the Vikings.
Wait, what?
2-2. Runner on third. Here's the pitch. Outside. Full count. Onishak looking to bring him home or keep it going for the top of the order. As the Vikings already lead 6-0 and it's only the third inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and he grounds it to second. The throw to first is going to be in time. Side retired. The Vikings get some more. It's 6-0 after 3. First pitch from Colin, and he pops one up, a bloop, and no one's going to get there. It's a bloop single. So, now it's Nick Bertolotti, and he smashes one into left field. That's going to be another base hit. Throw to second, not in time, and Union now threatening.
And Cy out there in left field made a great run on it to stop any extra bases on a play like that there. Some great defense from Cy right there. But Union looking to get a rally started.
Union looking to get some back. It's 6-0 in the top of the fourth. And that's in there. Big strike there for Conlon. Looking to get back on track.
That's great for his momentum right there. You know, he can't afford to lose control. But for the third time I'm saying this, you got to have a quick memory in a sport like baseball. Can't worry about the 2 runners on.
Baseball, the only sport we're going 3 for 10, is considered amazing.
Very true. Like Juan Soto.
Juan Soto's doing pretty good if you ask me. 0-1 the pitch, and a swing and a miss, 0-2. Mets are 3-3, home opener tomorrow.
Well, you know, me and you have a lot of disagreements on professional baseball, but one thing we can agree is that the Braves are 0-7,
Yeah,
and we're
ridiculous.
very happy about that.
You got a Mets and Phillies fan up here. 0-2 the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Struck him out. A big strikeout by Ryan Conlon.
Some great command there from Ryan Conlon. You saw there, that frustrated the Union hitter.
Conlon looking to get out of a jam. He had a jam last inning. He got out of it. Let's see if he can do it again.
Well, if I'd want anyone to get out of a jam, I'd choose Ryan Conlon, you know. Especially with that 1.6 ERA that we can't stop mentioning.
In their first strike, 0-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Got him swinging out of his shoes there, Ryan Conlon, on a great breaking ball right there. Conlon still looking to get out of a jam. But with 1 out on an 0-2 count, got to be content with where you are.
0-2, that's outside. 1-2.
Don't want to be content with pitches like that, though. Runners on first and second for the Farmers as steps off.
Conlon looking for a big second out after allowing the first 2 at bats to get hitters to get on. 1-2, the pitch, and that's outside 2-2. Two from Conlon. And it's outside. It's a full count. Conlon, big pitch coming up. Looking to avoid getting the bases loaded with only 1 down.
Momentum for both teams can be decided with this one pitch right here.
Absolutely. Full count, the pitch. Did he go? He did, strike 3. A big out by Conlon, 2 down. Conlon 1 out away from getting out of a huge jam.
Just some great pitching from Ryan Conlon. Got him chasing on a pitch like that, a check swing. As a pitcher, that's exactly what you want to see, and he did indeed go.
And he tops that one foul. It's Ethan Beaumont up. Beaumont. Pitch in their first strike. 1-1. Or 0-2. 0-2. Conlon looking to get out of the jam. Here's the pitch. Fouled off.
And from no outs and 2 base runners on to where Ryan Conlon is right now. 0-2 count with 2 outs.
0-2. The pitch. Fouled off.
7 strikeouts for Ryan Conlon so far, looking for an 8th.
And this would be a huge one to keep the momentum with UC and get out of a huge jam. 0-2. First and second. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that's high. Almost got him. 1-2. Missed on the pitch there. One, 2. And he fouls that one off. A good at bat here
Really strong at bat here from Union. Especially you want to drive Ryan Collins' pitch count up if you're Union. He's been throwing a great game. You want to get Ryan Collins out, honestly, as soon as you can if you're Union.
This is Walton here, actually, not Bowman. 0-2, the pitch. Grounds it to third. Just foul. That would have been huge for Union. But that close, and it's a foul ball. 0-2.
And any sort of run you can get if you're
1-2.
Union would be massive.
Massive.
I agree.
1-2. Conlon looking to get out of the jam. Here's the pitch. And it's low 2-2. Good at bat here. Won't go away easily. Big pitch. 0-2. Got him. Strike 3. Side retired. Conlon with his 9th strikeout of the game. It's 6-0. He gets out of a huge jam. MVP.
Union really sucks. But 10 and 1 innings, fifth. Fourth. But we lost one. Dumb. Are they winning? We switch pitchers or they switch? Why would we switch? I thought it's softball. You don't even need to switch pitchers. What? There's like no bullpens. It's all. Kaminsky? Emma Kaminsky is pitching? What? Oh my god, Aurelio's pitching. Why would you take out? She get hurt? What? She actually pitched 120 pitches? That is dis- Oh, do you want to start the game? Do you want to take that? But it's not worth starting. Yeah, smart.
Sorry about leaving Owen. He laughed.
He rushed out of here before he even told me. You're kidding. He rushed out of here saying his dad is going to kill him. Harrison Manusos. I'm going to slap him the next time I see him. He rushed out of here saying he couldn't wait 2 minutes for the inning to end because his dad was going to re-arrive. And I texted him 10 minutes ago saying, hey, what happened? Man, he's dead to me.
Really?
No, it's
That's
not.
after 5.
Bottom 4. If it goes top 5, then what? Then it's over. Please, 4.
Who we got up?
Saya, top of the order. Oh shit. All right, you ready? Let's do it.
Top of the order?
Oh my god.
Bronx cheer.
Top of the order here for UC. Sharp.
The leadoff hitter. They're going to get something going for the Vikings.
Pitch, swing and a miss. 1.
Strong swing from Josiah Sharp there.
Gonna get it going. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we've had a leadoff runner on each inning so far. 1-1. Someone could fact check me on that, but I believe it's true.
Fact checker just got picked up West End. Drive home.
1-1. The pitch. And he lines that one to the second baseman. The throw to first in time. And Union has a first out.
Well, if the streak was true, it's not true anymore. Union gets the leadoff runner out and the number 1 hitter for the Union Catholic Vikings as Greg Valoria steps into the dish for the Vikings.
Deloria looking to get something going here. 6-0 Vikings in the bottom of the 4th.
Multi-sport athlete here, Greg Valoria.
Pitch. And there's strike one. He was part of the basketball team this past season.
Oh, yeah. Believe he had double-digit points on the season.
Nice.
Someone could fact-check me on that.
0-1, the pitch. And he lines that one into center field. There's another center field bloop hit for the Vikings. And they keep doing it.
That center field spot just so helpful for the Vikings, you know. So many of their little line drive blue hits going right into that spot. It's got to be frustrating for number 7 down here in center field. You've got to think if you're number 7, you're going to want to play toward the bottom of that, T right there. You see it right here on the screen, It's just been a little frustrating for the center fielder.
Pitch, that's down low, ball 1.
Gets away.
And it gets away.
Greg Valoria heading to
Valoria
second.
is going to be safe at second. And another fielding error by Union. With Wilson at the plate, who is 2 for 2 today. And the catcher coming out to talk to Velas. Oh, no, it's Acevedo pitching now for Union. Wilson looking for his 3rd hit of the game here in the home opener at UC. Vikings in command. They're up to 6-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Runner on second with 1 down. Here's the pitch, and he is showing bunt, but it comes inside 1-1. Can't imagine 1-0. Can't imagine he bunt, but we'll see. 2-0 is the count. The pitch, and he's stepping off, taking a look at Valoria there at second. And that is down low, 3-0. Wilson looking to get on. It's 3-0. Pitch down low, 4-0, and he walked him in 4 pitches. This guy isn't. Pellegrino up. Looking to get some more runs in for the Vikings. They already lead 6-0. Pellegrino looking for some more with runners on first and second. First pitch, and that's in there for a strike. A good pitch there.
Great pitch.
By Acevedo. Oh, 1 out, first and second. All Vikings so far. And that's high, 1-1.
And the scary pitches to what looked like the helmet of the Vikings. Keep on pouring it.
1-1. Pellegrino. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. A good pitch there. Painted the outside
And a
corner.
double steal.
And it's
coming.
double steal. I missed that. So it's 1-2 with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-2. Another good at bat here for Pellegrino. 2-2. Here's the pitch. And he popped that one foul, and it will go out of play. No harm. We'll do it again, the 2-2. 2-2, the pitch. And he flies one deep into center field. And it is going to be caught, but that should get another run home. It's a good throw to third, but another run comes home. It's 7-0, you see. And it's all Vikings here in the home opener. Looking for their second win of the season. Union is 0-2 so far this season, and it's looking like they're on their way for their third loss to open the 2025 season up. That's in their first strike 0-1.
And we're getting to the point where it's worth mentioning. From this inning forward, if the Vikings take a 10-0, if the Vikings take a 10-run lead at any point from this inning forward, it'll be the end of the ball game.
Something to keep in mind here with the blowout.
Union will get, if the Vikings put up 3 from this point forward and make it 10-0 in the bottom of the 4th, Union will get the top of the 5th to cut into the deficit, cut it under 10. But if they can't, that will be the ball game, and the Union Catholic Vikings will take the win on a mercy rule.
1-2, here's the pitch. And that got him. Runner's in the corner now. So,
And as Mr. Lambert pointed out, 3-run home run. We'll almost do it.
still got to play the top of the 5th. Morrison got hit there. Now it's Anderson looking to bring some more in. As it's 7-0. Runners in the corner. 2 down. And time called. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike 0-1.
Great pitch from Acevedo there.
Here's the pitch. And he crushes one. That one is back. It's going to fall. 2 runs are going to score. He's going to be safe at second, but it's 9-0 Vikings. And 1 run away from potentially getting the mercy. Anderson crushed that one.
What a drive from Nick Anderson. A home run that would have been out at Yankee Stadium if we were playing there. Nick Anderson with a great drive out into left field. Beautiful work of hitting from Nick Anderson.
Oh, it's Morrison. McCabe looking to get this 10th run home. That one is high, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Crushes that one foul.
Gotta roll. Hey everybody, Mr. Lambert here, jumping in, pinch hitting in the middle of an at-bat here by Brian McCabe.
Well, in a game like this, a lot of stuff's going to be coming in. That doesn't change for the live stream crew up here.
No, it doesn't.
Zach Rosenberg having to step out, deal with some things. Things happen.
Things
You know,
happen, and
Doctor's appointments.
I was on the on-deck circle waiting, taking some cuts now.
We got the closer, especially with the way this game is going. Mariano Rivera,
It could happen.
a.k.a. Jim Lambert,
Yes, and
is stepping into the commentary headset.
and it could happen pretty soon here. Was Vikings lead 9-0. Bottom four, McCabe rips one into right field. Pellegrino being waved around, and whoa, oh, called out.
A great throw from right field at Union. Means we're going to play the bottom of the 5th inning, regardless of what happens here.
Yes, we are. Vikings 9-0, going to the top 5. Everything working well for the Vikings today. Conlon dealing on the mound. The bats are alive. All phases of the game. Several stolen bases. The Vikings really showing their full arsenal today here in the home opener against Union. And we'll be right back. Ryan and Conlon back on the hill. Top of the 5th inning. All right, here we go. Top 5. Home opener for the Vikings, leading 9-0. As I mentioned earlier, Conlon really dealing on the mound, getting ahead of hitters. 8 strikeouts through 4 innings, allowed 4 singles, just 1 walk. Very efficient, 61 pitches, 39 strikes. Yes, we keep our stats up here.
Game Changer keeps our stats up here. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers.
That's right. All right, 0-2 pitch coming. Trying to get him a chase there. Outside breaking ball. Conlon doing a great job of mixing up his pitches today, Nick.
Oh, yeah. You know, you've seen a lot of control out of him, a lot of a different variety of pitches. He looks so good.
Yep, in command. With a 9-0 lead, I mean, you're just throwing strikes here. Get ahead, get outs, and finish this one off. And as I say that, he loses his command a little bit there and walks the leadoff hitter. So, Acevedo reaches.
Things like that happen as you get deeper and deeper into a game. I mean, there's got to be no pressure really on Ryan Conlon at this point with your offense giving you a 9-run lead, but you still got to watch for plays like this out into center field.
Oh, can of corn for Wilson.
That's going to be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, first pitch swing in there.
Get a look here at the runner on first.
Oh, gotta love those Mevo cams.
Beautiful.
Shout out to Jeff Williams.
And as I say, a pickoff play.
Yeah, keep that cam right there. Look at that view. What do you think, Jeff? Looking good, huh?
A huge thank you
Yes, sir.
to you, Mr. Williams. Such a value. We debuted it on the softball games. As
Oh.
that one gets through there.
Line drive single up the middle.
Oh, and that gets ahead of him. But the lead runner's not going to advance for Union. And that's going to put a runner on first and second. But as I was saying, we debuted these new cameras for the first game of softball the other day. Unfortunately, a rough loss to Union for the softball team.
And they were really the talk of the school on yesterday. Softball players and a lot of people who tuned in, just raving about the, all the different camera setups. So it's definitely a great game changer for the viewers.
And you want to talk about cameras? This camera's giving you a close look at that great pitch from Ryan Conlon there. Painting the inside of the zone. Another pitch right there. Outside corner, 2 amazing pitches back to back. And that's an 0-2 count with 2 runners on and 1 out for Ryan Conlon here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep this lead at 9-0 here. Bearing down. That's the 5th hit for Union. Oh, 2 pitch, low and away. Kind of trying to work that outside corner to try to get him to extend the zone a little bit. Velez at the plate. 1-2 pitch from Conlon.
Runner's going to third.
Oh, close play there. He's called safe.
Very close play. Great throw from Braden Morrison, though.
Both runners advance on the play, second and third. 1 out.
Another fly ball out to center field.
It's shallow. See what happens here, and if he tags, Wilson with a gun. Play at the plate. Nope. Runner gets in.
And it's going to take 2 runs for the Vikings to walk it off. It's 9-1.
Union gets on the board here. Top 5. Sack fly.
For morale's sake, that's what you want for Union. In the bigger scheme, probably not going to mean much. But that's a run on Collins' resume. His first of the year.
First and third. No, it was a sack fly. Just on man on third. Runner advanced to third.
Really good breaking ball there from Ryan Conlon, making Union chase on that. And it's 0-1 early.
Oh, another fly ball. Pop. Oh, it drops.
A little miscommunication there in the outfield. Chris Wilson looking for the opportunity to get 3 fly balls to end the inning, but a little miscommunication between Nick Anderson at second base and Chris Wilson. And that's going to put a runner on first.
And scores Union a second run.
Oh, yeah. So that's going to take the runner off third and score a run for Union. One 0 count here with 2 outs.
Yep, sac fly by Field. Here comes Nick Bertolotti at the plate. Cleanup hitter. 1 for 2.
Pick-off play there, but he's safe.
Called strike on the inside corner there.
Conlon amazing at painting the inside of the strike zone, breaking balls and some great framework by Braden Morrison.
Oh, there it is. Curveball outside corner there.
His command, immaculate.
See what he comes back with here. What do you think, Nick? I think he's going low and
High
away,
fastball.
low and away breaking ball. I got.
Let's see.
There we go. Bang.
And Mr. Lambert, a genius. That's going to end the inning right there.
Yeah, Ryan Conlon with his, I believe that's strikeout number 9. Double checking here. Yes, it is. So we're through, headed to the bottom of the 5th. Union puts 2 on the board, 9-2 Vikings. So we head to bottom of the 5th inning here. Home opener for the Vikings. Looking to go 2-0 on the season. Big game tomorrow with Cranford. Watchung division battle there. Watchung.
First one of the year. First in the Watchung division.
It is. I mean,
for the Vikings.
Yeah,
First year in the Watchung division after a Mountain Division championship by Coach Coletti.
Yep. Hey, you win big games and do well, you move up, and it'll be a great test for the Vikings here. 4 o'clock be our next live stream. As the Vikings looking to close this one out here at home against Union. As we said before, Nick, everything really working well for the Vikes today. I mean, Conlon dealing on the mound. I believe it's 10 hits now. Base runners every inning. Base runners moving, big hits. Wilson, Pellegrino, McCabe, all delivering RBIs. Top of the order doing their job, getting on base. So it's just been a great all-round effort by Coach Coletti's squad here.
A great first performance at home. All you could want.
All right, here we are back, bottom 5. Vikings up 9-2. First pitch swinging, grounder to short. 6-3 put out. One out here, bottom 5. That pitch is upstairs. EJ Onyechek at bat here. Takes a fastball strike. Taking all the way there. 2-1 count. High fastball, swing and a miss. As you mentioned earlier, Nick, 10-run rule in high school baseball. If the Vikings were to plate 3 runs this inning, the game would end.
Oh, yeah.
If they have a 12-2 lead. Trying to check good eye there, just off the plate. Runs the count full.
With the top of the order coming up for the Vikings, no reason why. Can't see it. I mean,
The way they're swinging the bats here, the Vikings can erupt for 3 runs at any moment.
oh, yes.
3-2 pitch, 1 out. Lays off the inside pitch, and we got a 1-out base runner for the Vikings, as you mentioned, with the top of the order coming up now with Josiah Sharp. Sharp 1 for 3, RBI and a run scored. Vikings with 10 hits. Sharp takes high. 9 different players have hits today for the Vikes. Wilson and Saka with 2 hits each. 1-0's upstairs again. Sharp is such a great leadoff hitter, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Takes pitches, gets on base. He's got the wheels, makes things happen. Really is the key to
Everything you want in a leadoff hitter.
Yep, the key to the Viking ignition here. Steps off here. All right, pitch gets away. Anyashak moves up to second. Anyashak leads from second. Pickoff attempt. He gets back safely. Sharp rips one into left field. Anyashak moves up to third. Had to hold up to make sure that ball wasn't caught. So with 1 out, Vikings with runners in first and third. Sharp with his second hit of the game. Brings up Greg Valoria, who singled his last time up.
No reason why you can't hit one really deep in that right field gap all the way back to the sophomore field and play 3 runs and walk it off at the bottom of the 5th inning.
It could happen.
Anything is possible here on the turf at Union Catholic High School.
See if Sharp runs. Yes, he does. He takes off. First pitch.
Gets away.
Gets away. He had that base easily stolen anyway.
And one thing you notice early about this Vikings team, they're fast. They're very speedy. So much athleticism on the base path.
They can beat you a lot of different ways. They can small ball you with all the speed, as you mentioned, and also have big bats in the lineup.
You want to look at how the team can small ball you. This team won a state tournament game last year by a squeeze bunt play.
Yes, they
to
did.
walk it off against Camden Catholic here on this field a little under a year ago.
Tested my memory here, but it might have been back-to-back squeeze plays in that game.
It was. It was indeed.
To win that game. All right, we got a quick 2-0 on Valoria here with Wilson on deck, who's 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored in a ribby, and Pellegrino in the hole. There's an
opportunity for this game to be blown open and walked off here.
Valoria taken all the way. Called strike. 3-1. I'm calling it right here. Valoria reaches base. Vikings, great chance to get 3 runs and end this game. Oh, he's swinging on 3-1 there. Good pitch to hit. Fouls it back. I mean, he's got to challenge him here. 2 on.
Got no choice.
2 on, 1 out, 3-2 pitch.
Don't want to walk the bases loaded.
You know,
With Mikey Pellegrino up.
Yeah, you know Valoria's sitting on a fastball here, looking to jack one. He got one. And ground ball to first. Runners hold. And that'll bring up Chris Wilson. Second and third, 2 outs. 9-2 Vikings, bottom 5. As I mentioned before, Wilson, 2 for 2, 3 runs scored, and an RBI. Now he smoked the ball both times. Look for him to drive one here.
No reason why the Sacred Heart commit can't go and hit one out deep into the outfield. He's speedy too. You know, you can get a lot out of Chris Wilson. A true 5-tool player.
Oh yeah, he does it all. Acevedo's got to be careful here. Good pitch to hit there. A little late. 1-1 on Wilson. We'll see what Acevedo's plan is here in trying to attack Wilson. A little breaking ball outside corner. 1-2 count. Wouldn't be surprised to see Acevedo go right back to that pitch, maybe with a little bit off the plate a little bit, see if he can get Wilson to chase it. No, goes with the curveball. Wilson gets a piece. Count stays 1-2. 2 down. Runners obviously be moving on contact here. Great chance for Wilson to knock in a couple more runs here. Extend this lead. One, 2 from Acevedo. Runners from second to third. Yeah, that's what I thought he might do the last pitch. Try to get Wilson to swing at a bad ball. He's way too disciplined to go after something like that there, but a great job by the catcher there. Let a runner on third. Keep that ball rolling to the backstop. 2-2 to Wilson. 2 down. Trying to check at third. Sharp at second. Wilson pops it up.
It's going to retire the side.
Yep.
For Union Catholic.
Yeah, ball got kind of in on his hands there. Good job by Acevedo to keep the runners from scoring as we go to the top 6th.
9-2 here in Scotch Plains.
All right, here we are back. Top 6. 9-2 Vikings lead here in the home opener against Union. And we do have a change on the mound, Nick.
Oh, yeah. Position player and Nick Anderson, the second baseman today, in on the mound. A great day for Ryan Conlon. Only 2 runs given up.
Yep, we'll give you his line in a second. As Ethan Beaumont takes one in the back.
Rough start to the pitching career of Nick Anderson.
Yep, leadoff base runner. We'll give you the final line for Ryan Conlon. 6 hits over 5 innings, 9 strikeouts, just 1 earned run, and 2 walks. Just a great job by Conlon, as we mentioned earlier, in command the whole game.
Already 1/3 of the way to his strikeout total of all last season. 9 strikeouts. Super impressive work from Ryan Conlon.
All right, if you're Nick Anderson here, obviously you just want to get the ball over the plate with a 9-2 lead, throw strikes. Needs to settle down here, get in a groove.
Another ball fouled back.
Yep. Evan Fernandez, left-hand hitter at the plate. Fernandez 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Ball upstairs, 2-1 count to Fernandez. With Beaumont over at first. Called strike. Anderson evens the count, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed, and Anderson gets a K. First out of the inning. Great job by Anderson coming back after the hit batter. 1 down, top 6. Yep. Anderson finally getting in a rhythm here. You see, he doesn't want to waste any time, wants to get right back into his windup here, his delivery.
Just got to be damage control here from Nick Anderson. And got to be, oh, the runner goes in safely. For Nick Anderson, you're just going to want to not give up any runs. Keep it in striking distance for the Vikings to break apart and get the mercy rule here in the bottom of the 6th coming up. Right now, top 6.
0-2 pitch for Anderson. A little high and tight. That's what you want to do, 0-2. Two pitch from Anderson. Breaking ball, fouled away. The catcher, Jaden Walton. At bat here, 1-2 pitch, right on the outside corner.
Beautiful.
Backwards K for Anderson, back-to-back Ks. Definitely settle down here, Nick. That's what you do, right? I mean, throw strikes, you're up 9-2, and Anderson in a nice little groove right now. You know, fastball, curveball. Showing his full arsenal here. So we got 2 down, runner at second, top 6. Vikings up 9-2. Late on that fastball.
Beautiful pitch from Nick Anderson there, though. Caught the pitcher off, or caught the hitter off his timing.
He sure did. That's Jorge Martinez at the plate for Union.
Corner rundown, but he's in safe at 3rd.
Excuse me, that's the pitcher Acevedo. Batting for Union. Runner 3rd getting a huge run off 3rd. Anderson staying with the stretch here with the runner on third. 1-1 count to Acevedo. Throw behind the runner. Oh, just gets back.
Super close there. A great throw by Braden Morrison, but the runner just got back in time.
Yeah, Morrison almost pulled the trigger on the pitch before that. And almost caught him there. All right, 1-1 pitch coming to Acevedo. Runner on third. 2 down. Top 6. Late on that. Anderson, a chance to strike out the side here. What's he going to go with here? Going to go with the high heat or the breaking ball away? Well, goes away and gets the outside corner, rings him up. 3 Ks for Nick Anderson to retire the side and keep the lead at 9-2. Kept that base runner, leadoff runner on base, really settled down and hey, threw some nice heat there. Mixed up his fastball, curveball, and you know, after 5.5 innings here at Union Catholic at home opener, Vikings lead 9-2 coming to bat. All right, here we are. Back, bottom of the 6th. Mikey Pellegrino grounds out to start the inning. Vikes lead 9-2. One down, bottom 6. That'll bring up Braden Morrison. 1 for 2. 2 runs scored, an RBI for Braden. Braden with one of the 11 hits by the Vikings today. A slow ground ball to short. 6-3 put out. 2 up, 2 down. Everyone in the Vikings lineup has reached base today. 8 of the 9 starters with at least 1 hit. Ground ball to short, bobbled. Tries to recover. Not in time, despite a great stretch by the first baseman. So the Vikings have a 2-out base runner here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nick Anderson reaches. Probably go as an E6. Shortstop couldn't handle that one. Brian McCabe coming to the dish now. Wait. All right, here we go. Play resume. Brian McCabe steps up. 2 out, runner on first, bottom 6. Vikings up 9-2. Ball low. McCabe 1 for 2, a run scored, a walk. Last time up, ripped a single to right field. Swings inside, fastball, grounded foul. Evens the count 1-1. Nick Anderson over at first base. Looks like the scorer down there gave Anderson a single on that grounder to short. Acevedo, 1-1 pitch coming. McCabe lifts one to right field. And it is caught. Deep fly out. Retires the side. Vikings get a 2-out base runner. And the score stays 9-2 as we go top of the 7th. Vikings look to close us out. Home opener, looking to go 2-0 on the season. In command here. See if Nick Anderson comes out for his second inning of relief to close this one out. We'll be right back with top 7. All right, 1 up, 1 down. Top 7. Nick Anderson back on the mound to close us out. The second inning of relief. Vikings 2 outs away from going 2-0 on the season. Big showdown with Cranford. Watchung Division matchup tomorrow here at UC, 4 o'clock. Anderson really settled down since that first batter he faced last inning. The hit batsman striking out the side, and now 0-2 here. A lot of movement on those pitches by Anderson. 0-2 pitch coming. Foul back. Stays 0-2. Pitch from Anderson. Rings up strikeout number 4. 4 out of 5 batters faced by Anderson. Went back to the dugout with a K in the scorebook. Down to the last out here, Union. 2 down, top 7. 9-2 Vikings. Great start from Ryan Conlon, who'll be the winning pitcher. Ball skied to right field. Falls in for a stand-up double. So Velez, a 2-out base runner here in the top of the 7th for Union. Vikings in command 9-2. Brings up Jeff Field. Takes a strike. And quickly down 0-2. Field is 3 for 3 with an RBI this game. Vikings 1 strike away from closing it out. Field pops it up, see if it's playable. Pellegrino gives it a look and makes the catch, and that'll do it. Vikings in their home opener completely dominated this game from start to finish. Final score is 9-2. As I mentioned before, Ryan Conlon, winning pitcher. He was great today with 9 Ks, only 1 earned run. Vikes bang out 12 hits. Everybody reached base for the Vikings. Chris Wilson with 2 hits, 3 runs scored, and RBI. Pellegrino, 2 ribbies. Morrison, 2 runs scored, RBI. Nick Anderson, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. McCabe, 1 for 3, runs scored, stole a base. Saka, 2 hits, RBI. Sharp at the top of the order, 2 hits, RBI, run scored. Valoria, 1 for 3 with a run scored. So, as I said before, everyone contributing to this victory today for the Vikings. Home opener, they go to 2-0. As I mentioned before, Cranford comes here tomorrow. A big Watchung Division showdown early in the season here. And we'll look to see if we can get somebody up here for a post-game interview. So stay tuned. Big win for the Vikings, 9-2 over Union. Post-game coming next. Hey everybody, we're back here with whoa. Everybody, we're back here with the Union Catholic wrap-up show here, post-game, as the Vikings just opened their season at home with a 9-2 victory over Union.
Yeah.
I'm here with Ryan Conlon, winning pitcher today. Ryan,
Yeah.
great performance by yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking at your line. 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned, 9 Ks.
Yeah.
Great performance for
Yeah.
you. You got ahead of the hitters,
Mhm.
and your offense did the rest.
Yeah.
Gave you a nice early lead to work with. Just talk about, Ryan, what it means to you guys. You're 2-0 now, to get off
Yeah.
to a great start and to have a commanding victory like today, going into a big showdown with Cranford tomorrow.
It definitely means a lot. I mean, you start off the season, we get moved up to a higher division. It's the first time we've been in the Watchung division for, as long as I'm aware of. We play Roosevelt Park. We get a good win there. Like you said, we got a dominant win today. So it's just setting like the stage for like what we hope is going to be one of the best years for Vikings history. I mean, yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, and like I said before, all phases of the game today.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
your command on the mound. Anderson came in to close it out the last 2 innings.
Did great.
Every single starter reached base.
Right.
13 stolen bases, 12 hits. I mean, it was just a dominant performance across the board. What can you kind of say about just the collective team effort and how everybody contributed to this victory?
Yeah, I think it's really special because, I mean, we know we have a great team. We know we have the players that we need to succeed. But, I mean, baseball is obviously a very hard sport. You get onto the field, anything could happen. But I like the way we've been playing as a team. The coaching staff's done a great job. And, I mean, it's just coming together at the right time right now.
How about for yourself, Ryan? Did you sense right away that you had your good stuff? I mean,
Yeah,
you got ahead,
yeah.
like I said before, you got ahead of all the hitters. 9 strikeouts, a lot of 0-2 counts to start off a lot of hitters. Just kind of talk about the way you got into a good rhythm there and what was working for, what pitches were working well for you.
Oh, okay, definitely. I mean, I knew when I started warming up I was going to have my good fastball today. My arm felt great. The weather was way better than it was during our scrimmages, so I think that helped too. But yeah, like you said, I got ahead of hitters, and usually like with my off-speed pitches, when I can throw my curveball slider, when I get ahead in the count, it's very hard to do damage against that because you don't know what's coming. It could be one of 3 or 4 different pitches, and when you throw hard, it's hard to catch up to that. So yeah, just felt good overall.
No, you did a great job mixing up pitches, and it was kind of great to see you just in total, total control of the game.
Right.
You touched on this earlier, moving up this year from the Mountain Division to the Watchung Division, and tomorrow with Cranford coming in here, a big early season test.
Excited.
Yeah, and last year you guys had a great season.
Yeah.
Down in the Mountain Division and won a state tournament game.
Yeah.
Got to the second round. St. Augustine. You got to the second round.
Yeah.
Faced a great team there that went on to win the state title.
Yeah.
Talk about the team. You bring back a lot of starters on this team.
Yeah.
Just talk about the team goals this year, Ryan, a little bit. Like I said, bring back a lot of good starters, a lot of depth on this team.
Right.
Just kind of talk about what the, where do you see this team? What do you, Coach Coletti, when you guys talk about like what the big goals are for you?
So I mean, the coaches, all the coaches, not just Coach Coletti, they tell us we take it one inning, one out, one game at a time. So I mean, we got a little poster inside the closet with our goals on it. We want to win 1 game, 5 games, 10 games, just progressively just get better as the season goes on, and obviously culminate in county, state championships, everything that we're capable of. We can do it all. So
hey, you got to make the goals. You got to make the goals high. I mean, that's what you're working out every day. That's what the grind's all about, is to get into those big games and in
that's
the
what we've
county.
been working for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No reason why you guys can't do that.
Yeah.
All right. You heard from Ryan Conlon, winning pitcher today. 9 strikeouts over 5 innings, 1 earned run. Great performance by Ryan and the Vikings. 9-2 winners in their home opener here against Union. 12 hits, 13 stolen bases, a collective team effort. And the Vikings are right back here tomorrow at home against Cranford, trying to go 3-0.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yep. All right, Ryan, great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.